Offshore Accident Lawyer. Working offshore can be exciting, but it can also be dangerous. No matter how many safety precautions you take, accidents and injuries are common, and sometimes fatal. Offshore workers can experience devastating injuries caused by dangerous conditions on offshore platforms, crew boats, jack-up rigs, and tankers, and in the ocean itself. Workers often aren't sufficiently trained and work long hours with few breaks, making the risk of injury even higher. When a serious injury occurs is an offshore accident, it can be emotionally and financially devastating for the victim. It can also be hard to determine where to start when it comes to recovering damages from personal injury or wrongful death. A good place to start is to contact an offshore accident lawyer with experience in personal injury and maritime law, who can wade through the complex details of your case and help you get the best recovery possible. Common causes of offshore accidents. Offshore and oil field accidents are often preventable. They can happen during basket transfers, line handling, vessel collisions, and driving operations. Many accidents are the same as you encounter in many workplaces, such as equipment failures and slip and falls. But because working offshore is a more high-risk workplace environment, an injury may also result from a fire or explosion. Despite the big budget associated with the oil industry, there is sometimes very little training and oversight on an oil rig. This type of employer negligence can result in an unsafe working environment that leads to underqualified employees performing dangerous tasks that they aren't properly trained for, resulting in serious injury. Offshore accidents commonly lead to human trauma, spinal injuries, severed limbs, and other serious injuries. These injuries are often specifically caused by oil rig injuries. Workers on oil rigs use complex and cumbersome equipment to drill and perform other tasks. Many workers aren't properly trained on how to use the needed equipment, which increase the risk of offshore accidents caused by human error. Deck accidents. The deck of an oil rig can be a chaotic environment where frenzied workers must constantly be on high alert. Workers are surrounded by trip hazards, fall hazards, electric hazards, crash hazards, and pinch point hazards. They can easily be struck to heavy equipment, slip on wet surfaces, or fall when the sudden lurch of the vessel causes them to lose their balance. Equipment failure. When equipment of an offshore vessel fails, it can result in a number of severe injuries. Workers can be burned or electrocuted, crushed,